A new month, a new show. It's Ken Owen from the Isolation Station on probation from his basement in Avon, Indiana, coming to you through a variety of ways, including 91.5 WGRE. Yes, it is the 9th month of the year. Can you think about it? Do you remember? Does your brain even work? Here's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
courting the girls, I played me a waiting game. If a maid refused me with tossing curls, I'd let the old earth take a couple of whirls, while I plied her with tears in lieu of pearls. And as time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. When you meet with the young girls early in the spring, you court them in song and rhyme. They answer with words and a clover ring, but if you could examine the goods they bring, they have little to offer but the songs they sing, and a plentiful waste of time of day, a plentiful waste of time. Oh, it's a long, long while from May to December, but the days grow short when you reach September, when the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got time for the waiting game. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you.
The chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, with September Song, fittingly. This is the first isolation station on probation of the relatively new month. It's Ken Owen on WGRE bringing you music that in the middle of that set, we had September Girls, G-U-R-L-S by Big Star from their classic Radio City record. If you don't know Big Star and Alex Chilton, you need to check them out. And today's broadcast began with a song that everybody knows. I'm not sure, I'm 59 now, so it's hard for me to know what everybody means. But I know when I was at DePauw as a student, this was like at every dance. And I know that younger people I know, much younger people, like to get up and dance to this one. It is a sentimental favorite with a great beat, Earth, Wind, and Fire on the Isolation Station. So glad you're along today. And as we welcome in the beginning of the fall, which is coming right around the corner, and that means cooler nights and sweeping up leaves, and before you know it, we'll be talking about Christmas and singing those songs. But we can't quite say goodbye to summer because there's still heat in the air, and it's been kind of a lost summer for a lot of us with this COVID thing. So let's embrace what we got, right? We just had some September fun. Let's get out and get back to the beach. Seals and Crofts to keep things warm.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. See the paper laying on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walk on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune, and I come home from a hard day's work. The smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking on the plates for two. Feel the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
have indeed been having fun all summer long. The Beach Boys on WGRE 91.5 in Greencastle, where we are back on the air now that summer is winding down and kind of officially over, even though the calendar says it hasn't happened yet. That was the Beach Boys. Before that, we had Sly and the Family Stone. Hot fun in the summertime, a song that just embodies all that is suntan oil, beaches, being outdoors, just sweating. And the set began with Seals and Crofts with Summer Breeze, and we still have those coming through our windows as we head into mid-September. It's Ken Owen in the Isolation Station on Probation, a show that originated in my basement, is still based there, but is now back on the air on WGRE, and glad to widen my base once again. Glad to have you with me today. As we head into fall, it's still to come, but we're in September now, and the leaves will turn, things are changing. And what I'm looking for now is something from Dr. Fauci, maybe just a little sign, huh?
If you do want me, give me a little sugar. If you don't want me, don't leave me on, girl. But if you need me, show me that you love me. And when I'm feeling blue and I want you, there's just one thing that you should do. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my darling, to show me that you're mine, girl. All right. If you do want me, give me a little sweet talk. If you don't want me, don't leave me on, girl. But if you need me, show me that you love me. And when I'm feeling down, wearing a frown, you be there when I look around. And just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. All right. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. All right. But just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my darling, to show me that you're mine, girl. All right. Just give me some kind of sign. Ooh, sign. Just give me some kind of sign, girl.
Never win first place. I don't support the team. I can't take direction and my socks are never clean. Teachers dated me. My parents hated me. I was always in a fight 'cause I can't do nothing right. Every day I fight a war against the mirror. I can't take the person staring back at me. I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me. I'm my own worst enemy. It's bad when you would know yourself. So irritating. Don't wanna be my friend no more. I wanna be somebody else. I wanna be somebody else. Yeah. LA told me you'll be a pop star. All you have to change is everything you are. Tired of being compared to damn Britney Spears. She's so pretty, that just ain't me. So doctor, won't you please prescribe me something? A day in the life of someone else. 'Cause I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me. No, I'm my own worst enemy. It's bad when you would know yourself.
That is a sentiment I have a couple of times a week. Let me out. Come on already. This COVID thing keeps going on and on and on, and it's beyond testing our patience, isn't it? That's The Knack from their debut, Get the Knack, on the Isolation Station on Probation. Before that, we heard from Pink, Don't Let Me Get Me. We can be our worst enemies when locked up and kept away from friends and socialization. But don't let yourself get yourself is what she's saying. So take care of yourself out there, friends. And the set began with Give Me a Little Sign by Brenton Wood. I think, when this thing started in March, we probably all thought that the sign might come in April, May, June. No one could have foreseen that in September we'd still be talking about 6-foot distancing, masks, staying home, and, of course, worries that the fall and the winter may present all kinds of new challenges for us. So do be careful out there, friends. It's a tough time on many levels, and in the past 10 days or so, we lost a great friend of DePaul University and Greencastle and a guy who did some amazing things in our world. Judson Green was 68 years old. He died Monday, August 31st, from complications related to a stem cell transplant. Judson was a great philanthropist, number one, did amazing things for DePaul and the city of Chicago, including the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, where he endowed a program that involved his good friend Yo-Yo Ma. But Judson was also the former CFO of the Disney organization and oversaw the theme parks, and later was CEO of Navtech, the company that mapped the world. So every time you get lost in a neighborhood and you click on a map on your phone, Judson Green had a role in that. But I wanted to pay tribute to Judson because about 9 years ago, he made an album. Judson was a great pianist on top of being a business leader, and he sent it to his friends, who were many all over the world, and I was fortunate enough to get it in my mail one day. And each of the songs on the disc has a little description of where it came from. And so in tribute of our friend Judson C. Green, who was only 68 years old, and it's a real loss to all of us because he was a superior guy on every level. Very kind, very thoughtful. If you've been to Bridges Restaurant in Greencastle, Judson and Joyce Green created that. And it is one of the best restaurants in the state if you haven't been there. Great wine, great food, and they're in the process of building a bakery for the city of Greencastle and did so much for DePaul University. Anyway, I will stop there and describe this song, which is called The Old Covered Bridge. And these are Judson's words from the liner notes of the CD. The countryside of Indiana around DePaul University is very beautiful, and it is famous for its covered bridges. Judson Green.
scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high? Oh me, oh my. Do I feel high? Dry martini, jigger of gin. Oh, what a spell you've got me in, oh my. Do I feel high? People won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just bragging. But I could feel the way I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eye. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Give me lovin', baby, I feel high. No, people won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just bragging. But I could feel the way I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eyes. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Give me lovin', baby, I feel high.
That song by the Kingston Trio remembers another person we lost last week, Tom Seaver, the baseball pitcher for the New York Mets, Chicago White Sox, also pitched for the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox, died at the age of 75. A couple of things I wanted to say. First of all, that song has a story that flows through Tom Seaver. His parents, believe it or not, first heard Scotch and Soda in a hotel piano lounge in 1932. They were honeymooning down in Phoenix, and they fell in love with the song. So they had the piano player write it down because they wanted it to be their song. It was their honeymoon, and they wanted to remember it always. Well, so fast forward to the 1950s. That record came out in 1958. A member of the Kingston Trio happened to be dating Tom Seaver's older sister, Katie, at the time, and they were playing it one day at the Seaver home. He heard it, and the rest is history. We just heard the recording. Actually, that guy who was on the date, Dave Guard, had the song copyrighted in his name in 1959 because they could never figure out who that poor guy was playing at the piano bar in 1932, which is, by the way, the year my dad was born. As it happens, I had an opportunity to interact with Tom Seaver. It was either January of 85 or 86, and he was pitching for the White Sox at the time. He came to Fort Wayne, Indiana to address, as I recall, a business function, and the TV station I worked for, Wayne, where I was the anchor, sent me over to the Embassy Theater to interview Tom Seaver before this event, just to mark his appearance in Fort Wayne. And it was just my photographer, Tom Seaver, and myself in the lobby of the Embassy Theater. And he was so kind and so humble and so approachable. And there was not an ounce of pretense to him. And I was 24, 25 years old at the time. So I remember that well. And I remember the interview wrapped up and he had a baseball on his person. And he went on to show me how he snapped a curveball, how he would grip the baseball when throwing a curveball. The time he took with me, and again, just the immense kindness he displayed, will never be forgotten. And I've been thinking about that story since that day. I didn't take any pictures. The video has long since been trashed by the TV station, I'm sure. I don't have a copy of it. But in my mind, that day, his face, his kindness, the kindness in his eyes is embedded in my memory. And so I miss Tom Seaver. Before that, we paid tribute to Judson Green, who died August 31st. Judson, a DePauw graduate who did so much for Indiana and the world. And before we move on to other things, I did pull out this nugget. The Ed Sullivan Show from 1969 with Tom Seaver and his teammates contributing a song on the Isolation Station on probation.
Well, look who's assembling on our stage. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are, the champion Mets, singing You've Gotta Have Heart. So let's have a fine...
With a friend at hand, you will see the light. ask for more. I was excited to be part of your world, to belong, to be loved, to be mostly the two of us. Something I was stealing for no reason at all. They hit me higher than a disco ball, but you talked them and I let me go. Stop the class of Michelangelo. Something about the shoes you wear, shiny, shiny bangers on your wrists. And at the masquerade ball, you're trapped in the vault and an empty aquarium. Suddenly you're out of the woods, inside of an alley you're out of words. Well, I thought it was radium at first. Just because of you, these things I have to go through. Is it so bad? Is it so true? Is it still you? Just because of you, and these things I have to go through. It's one more chain. There's no one else to blame for us two. Something that don't matter till I matter to you. They stole that money from a homeless girl. The truth, we're all to blame. Their lives and moral consequences. We started at the end of a line to end up giving up to a couple of kids. When you taught me to let you go, no more coal on the atoll. Something about how you learn. Kamikaze in a hopeless world. Do you remember the last time you laughed and I laughed and you left all alone? Found me on the lonely other side of the world with a couple of guys and no alphabet. Put two and two together, we'll make it last forever. Just because of you, these things I have to go through. Is it so bad? Is it so true? Is it still you? Just because of you, and these things I have to go through. It's one more chain. There's no one else to blame for us two. Just because of you, these things I have to go through. Is it so bad? Is it so true? Is it still you? Just because of you, and these things I have to go through. It's one more chain. There's no one else to blame for us two.
A band named Phoenix that hails from France. Sounds like an Abbott and Costello routine, doesn't it? That's J-Boy on the Isolation Station on Probation. Before that, we heard Elton John with Friends. And before that, we remembered a couple of people who have passed away. Judson Green, a friend from DePauw, who did so much for so many. And Tom Seaver, who I had a very brief interaction with in my life, but who obviously was an impact human being. And we had the 1969 New York Mets singing, "You Gotta Have Heart." And don't you ever in this climate. I'm remembering that as this show airs September 11th, 2020, this is the 19th anniversary of one of the worst days in American history, and we can whine and moan about not being able to, hang out with our friends in the ways we used to, but that was a truly defining moment in our lives and in American history. And so for just a moment, I'm going to bring the tempo down just a little bit. This is Van Morrison. The song is September Night.
Ever find yourself running, running, running away? Ever find yourself hiding from the things that you feel? Ever hear yourself crying, crying, crying to someone? Won't you look down from heaven? Won't you prove you are real? Ever lose yourself searching, searching, searching in darkness with your questions unanswered, never knowing the truth? Ever feel yourself dying, dying, dying slow death, heavy laden with burdens that are stealing your youth? treat you with heart and soul. Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth. Now give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart, soul.
That is one tall order, Mr. George Harrison. Give me love, give me peace on earth. Whoa, we'd take that. Maybe a little more civility. Maybe people who don't call each other names in public. Oh, I got a list of things. It's Ken Owen from the Isolation Station on probation. You are tuned to WGRE Greencastle, and we're back on 91.5 FM for the second straight week, and apparently we'll be there all semester. They've asked for 2 hours a week. And what happens is you commit to 2 hours a week, and then you go, 2 hours a week, because it does take a little bit of time to put these shows together. But it's a joy to be back on the radio, and we will continue to distribute via other mechanisms that involve the intranet as well. We also heard from Emmett Rhodes, who passed away during this period we're going through, non-COVID reasons, but he was a great singer-songwriter, and that's from his debut record, You Ever Find Yourself Running? And I think we all do, at least in our minds right now. I try to go and get on the treadmill as well, but we cover a lot of ground, I think, thinking about what could be, what has been, and perhaps what will be going down the road. And that trio of songs began with Van Morrison's September Night from his Inarticulate Speech of the Heart record. About 1983 that was recorded, but it seemed like a fitting tribute to the solitude and the reflection we have on 9/11 every year. Back to my point from a moment ago, I am chuffed and honored to be back on DePauw University's student radio station, where I spent a blissful 4 years and had a variety of roles, culminating in being station manager my senior year. Thanks to Chris Newton and Duran and all the gang there for allowing me back on the air, and it really is great. I have so many memories of WGRE, which used to be in the Union Building on the second floor, and our situation there was not quite as nice as they have it in the Pulliam Center for Contemporary Media. But WGRE has always been a place where you can learn. It's self-directed, so the students who really become engaged in the radio operation at DePauw get an experience unlike very few other students in America. Hands-on, there isn't a lot of intervention, and the students can be creative and make mistakes and learn, which is a really amazing thing. A lot of colleges have sold their licenses to NPR stations and things like that, and you completely lose the laboratory for learning that they have at WGRE. So I am thrilled to be back on the air, and my old school means a lot to me. WGRE, tee-hee-hee. I'm a rhyming guy, he. Enjoy Steely Dan.
I remember the 35 sweet goodbyes when you put me on the Wolverine up to Annandale. It was still September when your daddy was quite surprised to find you with the working girls in the county jail. I was smoking with the boys upstairs when I heard about the whole affair. I said, "Whoa, no, William and Mary won't do now." Well, I did not think the girl could be so rude, and I'm never going back to my old school.
just lonely travelers in this time bomb town. Time bomb town. Whoa, yeah. Each day I call her name. Nothing ever changes here, and she's never near. Each time I hear her voice, I haven't got a choice to make or a path to take. Can't she remember when she was a passenger in my car and we went so far? Now each day I call her name. Each time thoughts of her surround me. She leaves me where she found me here, drowning in this pool of tears. Each day when she comes outside, I try my best to hide away. I feel for her every day, but she's always playing tricks for politics and love don't mix. I think I see it through her eyes and mine. Each day I call her name. Nothing ever changes here, and she's never near. Can't she remember when she was a passenger in my car and we went so far? We went so far. Each day I call her name. Each day I call her name. Her name. Her name.
You are tuned to 91.5 WGRE, DePaul University. Ken Owen with you from the Isolation Station on probation. And that was Jim Ellison, a guy whose life ended way too soon. He was the lead singer of Material Issue, and that is a solo track that was unreleased. Each day I call her name. We had Lindsey Buckingham before that with a rarely heard track from the Back to the Future soundtrack, the Fleetwood Mac guitarist doing Time Bomb Town. And Steely Dan got things started off with My Old School from Countdown to Ecstasy. Had a request from Dick Ray, my former colleague at Wish TV, and Dick's a great guy. He's a loyal listener, too, so thank you. We appreciate those. And it's taken me a few weeks to get to this one. This is from Ringo Starr's first record, released in March of 1970, just as the Beatles were breaking up. He did a bunch of covers of songs like Sentimental Journey and Bye Bye Blackbird. The song in question here is by Fred and Doris Fisher. It's called Whispering Grass, Don't Tell the Trees.
Why do you whisper green grass? Why tell the trees what ain't so? Whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. No, no. Why tell them all your secrets? Who kissed there long ago? Whispering grass, the trees don't need to know.
you told them once before. It's no secret anymore. Why tell them all the old things? They're buried under the snow. Whispering grass, don't tell the trees, 'cause the trees don't need to know. Why tell them all the old things? They're buried under the snow. Whispering grass, don't tell the trees, 'cause the trees don't need to know.
On the tomb they do the sand dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, oh, they're falling down like a domino. All the bizarre men by the Nile, they got the money on the bed. Go crocodiles, oh, snap the teeth on your cigarette. Corn top to the hooky pop, say, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Walk like an Egyptian.
Waitresses take their tray, spin around and they cross the floor. They've got the move, oh well. Drop your drink, then they bring you more. Old school kids so sick of books, they like the punk and the metal bands. When the buzzer rings, oh well, they're walking like an Egyptian.
All the kids in the marketplace saying, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Walk like an Egyptian. Slide your feet up a street, bend your back, shift your arms and you pull it back. Life's hard, you know, oh well, so strike a pose on a Cadillac.
If you want to find all the cops are hanging out in the donut shop, they sing and dance, oh well, spin the clock, cruise on down the block.
All the Japanese with their yen, the party boys call the Kremlin, and the Chinese know, oh well, they're walking like an Egyptian. All the kids in the marketplace say, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Larry, thank you for having us out here today. We appreciate that. We appreciate y'all too.
Time travel back to the 80s with Robbie Neville. C'est la vie, which could be the buzz line for 2020. You know, you just have to kind of deal with it, right? That's just the way it goes, as he says in the song. Before that, we had a song I found on Facebook, of all places, by the Cleverleys. Not sure exactly who the Cleverleys are, but I think a magnificent, fun cover of Walk Like an Egyptian, a song made popular by the Bangles back in the 1980s. And we kicked things off there with Ringo Starr from his first solo record, which is called Sentimental Journey, the track called Whispering Grass. This is WGRE 91.5 in Greencastle. I'm Ken Owen. I graduated in 1982, and last spring in April, when this whole pandemic fun stuff started, Chris Newton over there asked me if I'd contribute a show. This is actually the 20th show I've done. I did 6 for WGRE, and then I did 12 more that just wound up on YouTube alone and also as a podcast. But now these last 2 are back on the radio and also available on YouTube and via audio podcasting. So if you miss it tonight, as it airs live, or if you're on YouTube and want to catch it live, it's 7 to 9 on Friday nights, and it lives on the internet, hopefully, forever. But is anything really forever? In these times, we need to watch each other's back. And I got your back. Dame Funk with Todd Rundgren.
Times as hard as I've ever seen. Money is scarce and people get mean. You struggle to stay on your feet, but then you fall down. You sometimes don't get up again. A brother in need is a brother indeed. The naked to clothe and the hungry to feed. The garden is barren, but I plant a seed. I got your back. Pull you out of the gutter and off of the street. I got your back. You get the food off my plate, the shoes off my feet. I got your back. A brother in need is a brother indeed. The naked to clothe and the hungry to feed. The garden is barren, but I plant a seed.
All right, Dad, let me squeeze inside this moment of service. I want to give back too. I know that you're humble, but I gotta let the world know I got your back through all the hard times. Call on me when you're looking for the hard vibes. When you're starving, you're wishing on a star, kid. Call on me. No more starving the artist. Let go, no need for the pride, son. Pride before the fall, and it ain't no fun. We got a movement going on, and it's called moving on through the power of truth. I got your back. Will you ride on the train through the dark times, nitty gritty too? We will feed the hungry. People with the soul and the searching for the wholeness. Whole Foods is a state of mind booth, and it starts with a diet made of tailor-made truths.
You out of the gutter and off of the street. I got your back. A brother in need is a brother indeed. I got your back. The naked to clothe and the hungry to feed. I got your back. The garden is barren, but I'll plant a seed. I got your back.
like those tired branches on that old oak tree. Strange beauty in winter, but how sweeter in spring. Time will become you. You'll become time. All hail the love. It's the love divine. We don't know. We can always
That's from 1967, Burt Bacharach, and I adore Double B, Reach Out For Me. We found Paul Weller in the middle of that set, and that's from his brand new record, On Sunset. The song is called Old Father Time, and yes, the clock is moving quickly these days, even as the days seem to kind of drift by like low-hanging clouds. Very strange these months are, and hopefully they will come to an end at some point. We began that set with Todd Rundgren from his latest album, White Knight, with Dame Funk, I Got Your Back. And that I do. The guy who used to call himself Kenny O on the radio is in the isolation station on probation, making these shows from his basement in Avon, Indiana, and delivering them through the magical technology we know today as the internet. It is a funky thing, but it's a lot of fun putting these shows together, and thank you for listening. Okay, time to make a wish list. I know what wish number one is, that we could go back to our lives as they were. And I know that some degree of normalcy has returned. We have students back on campus at DePauw. Restaurants and bars and nightclubs are starting to open with some limitations. Restaurants have been open for a while, but a lot of people choosing to sit outdoors. So let's make our wish list, and we can do it with Hall & Oates, because they are going to give you everything your heart desires. And what a deal, right?
You say you
I'm gonna make a mind if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Now that girl. I'm gonna make a mind if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Good evening, sweet darling. May I ask your name? You seem to be lonely. Well, don't worry, I'm feeling the same. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss. That girl. I'm gonna make a mind if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That girl. I'm gonna make a mind if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? It's been a long time, sweet darling, since love has come my way. But I'm trying so hard to find the right words to say. Oh, it's a good situation and a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a good situation, a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation and a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss. Baby, baby, it's a groovy situation and a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation and a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss.
It was a groovy situation in 1970. Today, not so much. That's Gene Chandler on the Isolation Station on Probation. Great old song. Before that, we had Maria McKee, and what a voice she has. Lone Justice from 1986, the song Shelter. We're spending a lot of time in that place. Getting Out would be great, and Everything Your Heart Desires, that would be near the top of the list. In fact, I believe that's probably number one with a bullet for a lot of us right now. Ken Owen on WGRE 91.5, bringing you music and commentary from Ye Olde Basement in Avon, Indiana, speaking of shelters. And the idea of getting away is so appealing. The idea of getting there, either through an airport or in some situation where you may expose yourself is a little less appealing. But let's go with Willie and Waylon and the boys to Lukenbach, Texas. Why not?
The only two things in life that make it worth living is guitars that tune good and firm, feeling women. Now, I don't need my name in the marquee lights. I got my song and I got you with me tonight. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. So Baby, let's sell your diamond ring, buy some boots and faded jeans and go away. This coat and tie is choking me, and in your high society you cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Jones, 4-car garage and we're still building on. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, William Whalen and boy. This successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between the Hank Williams pain songs and Jerry Jeff train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Attract a big crowd and drink around till there's time. Bid goodbye, farewell.
Raw and Boozy. That's Faces with Rod Stewart, Ron Wood, Ronnie Lane, and Kenny Jones. Cindy, incidentally, from Ooh La La. And before that, Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings. Learning about the concepts of love in Lukenbach, Texas. Sometimes you got to get out of town to figure those things out, right? Speaking of getting out of town, it's time for me to jump into my chariot and roll off. Actually, I've got nowhere to go. I'm in my basement talking into an iPhone. But thank you for putting up with it the last 2 hours, and we'll be back again next week at the same time, same bat channel. Patience is something we all need in this day and age, and this song includes the line, "Patience is like bread, I say. I ran out of that yesterday." Gonna end the show today with Evan Dando and the Lemonheads. It's about time. It's about time to leave. It's about time for things to change. And it's about time for me to say, have a great weekend. Your listenership is appreciated. Thank you.
Bite my tongue, and I won't say a word against anyone, but I don't want to get my fingers wet unless it's an accident. I fell out in the street. Now I'm watching my shoes and I grit my teeth, but I don't have to look that way if I had half a say. It's about time. It's about time. Lick my lips and I won't hear the end of this. On your knees for reassurance, buy some time and come back for it. Before long, before it's gone. Patience is like bread, I say. I ran out of that yesterday. It's about time. It's about time. Enough about us, let's talk about me. It's not about you, it's not about sunshine. It's about time. It's about time. Touch my leg. It's smooth, but the stuff